Welcome Aquarius and Aquarius cross watchers to your mini weekly love reading. So thanks for stopping by my channel today. I hope you guys have had a great weekend and that your week is shaping up to be a good one. I do want to apologize. I know these reads are a day late. Still having problems with my computer, so I'm just going to be using my phone. So I did test the audio. It should be good, but please let me know if it's not. So I'm going to get a card for you, a card for your person, and a card for the situation between you guys. And I will have the monthlies coming out this Thursday. I'm back on a schedule. They just might be, they're just going to be recorded with my phone for now. So the situation between Aquarius and their person. What's going on? Whoa. Okay. So we have the World. Two of Pentacles reversed. And then the Two of Swords and the Devil reversed. Oh, wow. Look at this with the 7 and 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know what's going on with you guys right now. I feel like we're just going to do the two of you first. I feel like you seem to be in a really good energy. You seem to feel really confident, very self-assured. But there does seem to be something, it's almost like there's something that seems to be triggering you or sparking something in you that seems to be, getting on your nerves, let's say. I do feel that it almost feels like there's somebody here that okay. For some of you, you may know this person already. For others of you, you may be like manifesting this person or wanting to take the next step. Whatever it is, because I'm sure it'll be different for everyone, I feel like you're not really impressed with how it's been going. And it's almost like you're only going to be putting yourself out there so much, right? I feel like this person is going to have to respond in kind if they want something here, and it's almost like they are wholly and completely focused somewhere else and not on someone else. Okay, I want to stress that. It just feels like this person, it's almost the energy of somebody that has just finally cleared their head after it being really foggy, really cloudy for a long time. And they seem to feel like they have to make up for missed time here. And I feel like that may not have been your experience, or at least that's not the energy that you're in right now. But they definitely feel like they are that wolf climbing the hill. They seem to feel like it feels like it's one of those people that even if somebody else could help them, they don't really open up to people enough to allow that to happen. I feel like this is somebody that, and sometimes it's like, they're being toxically independent, right? It doesn't feel like that's this person's intention. It feels to them that it's like they're proving to themselves that they can do it. And it really feels like it's not about pushing away other people to them. It's about, it's almost like it's something internal. It's like they need to show themselves that they can do it. They need to show themselves that they can stand on their own 2 feet. It may feel like this person is, focused on whatever or ignoring you or what have you. But it actually feels like they're trying to climb out of a hole, and they want to climb out of it on their own. I feel like, hold on. It's somebody that has had to overcome some things, and maybe if it's like if they've had the same experience over and over, they're not taking any helping hands up this time. It's almost like them forcing themselves to learn the lesson, you know? And I feel like you may kind of see that there's something going on with this person. It's almost like you see them as somebody that doesn't have to be as serious as, um, what's that word? Not as worrisome, but it's like, it's almost like it doesn't have to be that hard. It doesn't need to be like this. And for them, it is, and it does. I feel to a certain extent they are punishing themselves. They are shutting out a lot of people, a lot of new connections to build whatever they're building. It's like they feel they have to prove something, not to someone, but like energetically. It's almost like they're frantically trying to prove that they'll do the work, right? When in actuality, it's like there's these connections that are opportunities around them. Obviously, you're included in that are, it's like that could be part of that progress forward, but it's like this person is so laser focused on, you know, proving that they can do it or developing whatever this is. It could be like a, you know, a side hustle or a small business, whatever it is that they're doing. They seem to feel that if they remain completely focused on it, that it's going to grow. And it's almost like, well, you can't watch paint dry. I mean, you can, but why would you, you know? Or watching grass grow. It's like you can only do so much before now you're just kind of picking at it and irritating it, right? So here is some like, I feel like on some level it's good news because we have the World card here, which always talks about kind of like closing out that one cycle to move to another cycle, right? It's like, you know, we're always in some sort of phase of a transition or what have you. And we're always in one cycle or another. And I feel like this person, it's like they know that the next cycle is coming. I feel like they don't want to pay attention to it. It's almost like it may have been very painful for them to grow from all of this in the past. And they feel like they finally come to a place where they feel like they're on sturdy ground. You know what I mean? They feel okay. And I feel like it's almost like they can't actually face having to go through that growth process again because of the pain involved in it. And I feel like, you know, not every healing process, not every cycle is going to be the same, right? If they've been through a really painful one, that doesn't mean that the next one will be really painful, but that's where they're at. It's almost like they just seem to feel if they keep their head down, that they're going to go unnoticed. And it's like, when was the last time you saw somebody levitating above the ground that didn't get noticed by people, right? It doesn't really feel like it's realistic. So then we have the Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Devil reversed. I want to say here, Aquarius, I feel like to a certain extent that you have kind of put your best foot forward with this person. It's like you haven't tried to juggle, you haven't tried to, you know, not that you would anyway, right? But it's like, sorry about that, Aquarius. So with these three here, I actually feel like this has been your person's experience, okay? Juggling, people trying to hide, I was going to say hide shiz from them, like people trying to pull a fast one, people trying to do this, and it's like, and they tried to stay balanced, and I feel like people just kept coming in with this type of energy, right? And so I feel like, I'll be honest, I'm not too sure that your person trusts themselves to make decisions that are going to be in their best interest, right? It's like, I feel like your person's being really hard on themselves for not having seen the toxicity in the situations that they've been in. You know what I mean? It's like maybe they gave people the benefit of the doubt too many times. And it's like, and now not only do they not give people the benefit of the doubt, it's like, well, they don't actually give anybody a chance. Right? And it's not like, oh, you're looking for a chance, you're kind of, desperately searching for one. It's like you just kind of wanted to get to know somebody and maybe pursue a relationship with them. And I feel like they are so guarded. It feels they're actually so fearful of having to experience that kind of pain again that they're just blocking everybody out. It's almost like, well, if this may not be the actual situation, but it's kind of the energetics of it. It's almost like them saying to themselves, number one, I feel like they don't realize that they have done a lot of work. And number two, I feel like for them, it's like until they feel like they're not attracted to toxicity, they're not going to come out of their shell. And the number two to that is that it's almost like, I don't know how to describe this. I feel a little bit like this person wants to believe that they don't need anybody, that they can do everything they need to do on their own. And I feel like even they know that that's not the case. It just feels like they're going to hold on to that as long as they possibly can, right? And again, it's me, you, and the fence post all know this is coming from deep, deep pain, right? That fear is coming from the pain that they've experienced. And it definitely does not feel, the King of Pentacles is not an energy that wants to come in and save anybody. That's just not what they're about. I feel like you would like to get to know this person. No one's perfect, but I feel like, generally speaking, you're a good person. And I feel like you see it, that you have a certain level of consistency. So even if it's not, romantic or whatever, I feel like you see this as a situation where they could at least come out of their shell and freaking get to know somebody. But I feel like until they're not attracted to toxicity, until they feel somehow that they have built some sort of foundation strong enough and high enough that they can, I almost want to say, like, make better choices, I feel like they're hell-bent and determined not to come out. And I'm not so sure that's going to last for them. It feels like the energy of, sometimes the world seems to be gentle with us and lets us kind of take the time to get to where we need to be. And other times we get a push in the right direction. Can we get, who are you? Who's this? I'm going to be, okay, Aquarius, to this person's credit, I don't know who this one is, but the energy coming off of them is one that's highly, physical intimacy based. I feel like it may have felt intoxicating at first. I'm sure you don't want to hear this, so I won't get into that. I feel like your person seems to feel that if they block out the good, they can block out the bad too. They seem to feel, you know what? They still feel that this is what they deserve. That's why they're not opening up. They don't feel like they deserve any better just yet. They're working on it. They're coming along, right? But they're still in an energy where they feel like they're more on this person's level than they are on yours. Hold on for a second. What is a card for? So it was a card for, like, between the two of those, and we have the Six of Wands and Temperance. I feel like your person might feel like whoever this was, maybe they felt at the time, okay, that it was their twin flame, it was their this, it was their that, but it brought a significant amount of pain into their life. Easy. It's almost like a moth to the flame, right? And I feel like your person really got burned here. and I'm not trying to sound cliche or corny or anything. It kind of feels like your person cried so much that they put the fire out, you know? Like that's how much pain they were in to deal with this. And I feel like they used that to build themselves back up, to push themselves forward, right? They didn't just let this situation, you know, oh, well, I got hurt, moving on, right? This was a really transformative experience for them. And I feel like you understand that, right? Even if you haven't been through this specific situation, we've all been messed around by somebody. And I feel like the energy coming off of you is that, which I personally love about Aquarius. No, an Aquarius is not trying to force anybody into anything, right? I feel like you seem to want to just let this person be. Like, not that you don't want to, you know, build a friendship, relationship, whatever with them, but it's like you're not coming in with a certain type of idea that you want to have, that you want to do. You know what I mean? You're not trying to put this person into a box. And I feel like if they realize that, they would probably be a bit more open to it. And they can feel that your energy doesn't have that same, you know, ick to it. But again, I feel like they're scared to trust it. And it's not about you. They're just scared to trust that energy. We get one on the world here. We get one on the world for Aquarius. We have the Hermit. Oh, here they come. Yep. So I feel like your person is going to come out of their shell, which actually, I know I'm kind of a dork, but I want to be like, yes, because I feel like we've been there for so long, you know. I'm really happy to see that they're coming out of it. They're still guarded. We have the Queen of Swords, Mother of Swords, with the, I know it looks like it's 9, but I realize there's a tiny pentacle in there. So it technically, because the X is 10, right? So it's like, they do seem to be coming out with a confidence that might surprise you. It's like, because they're super guarded and they're this and they're that, it's like, you might expect there to be this real, you know, their head down, this and that. And like, actually, it's not. I feel like this person is actually a lot more confident than or at least they act that way, than they initially put on. Excuse me. It's almost like maybe they have a really outgoing, or I want to say like fiery rising sign or something. It doesn't mean it's a fire sign. It just feels like they seem to have this, this confidence in themselves and what they've built. And it's almost like they're coming out of this really reclusive energy with this energy of like, that they have a lot to offer, and they do. And I feel like they are looking for someone that also, like, this person is looking for someone that also has a lot to offer. It's almost like, yes, they've had this pain and that sort of thing, but underneath this safety shell that they've got themselves in, it's almost like there's this really, really powerful energy. I feel like you might, hold on for a second. Get a clarifier on that. So we have the Two of Pentacles, which is upright, Four of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like this person, it's almost like they have disorganized thoughts or disorganized thinking, right? I feel like to a certain extent, it's like they may seem like there's 40 different trains running in their brain at all times. And maybe there are. but there seems to be something, it's almost like you seem to show a genuine interest in what they're saying. And it seems to help them kind of like focus on what they're saying. You know what I mean? It's like maybe it's very rare that people actually want to listen to what this person has to say, like genuinely listen. And I feel like that might be why they kind of pop around and talk about this and this. And it's like they're trying to keep people's attention. So I feel like the fact that you actually listen to them, I feel like that means a lot more to them than you may realize. Anything else we need to know about this? Anything else Aquarius needs to know about this devil energy? Actually, you know what? I think we're going to use a different deck. Anything else Aquarius needs to know about this devil energy? Oh, the deck was reversed, so we're going to turn these upside down. I feel like this devil energy in your person's past was, I'm not a doctor. I'm not qualified to diagnose anybody, but I definitely feel like gaslighting was a tool that they had. And it's like they seem to try to gaslight your person under the guise that they really care about them, right? And it's like, oh, no, I'm just trying to help you. You got to believe me. It just feels like this energy of being very manipulative under the guise of genuinely trying to help. And I feel like your person didn't buy it at first. But this other one was so consistent that it's like they just eventually wore your person down. And I feel like that may be why one of the reasons that they're, excuse me, really, how do I say this? That may be one of the reasons why they're really holding themselves back. I don't know how else to say that. Or they're so guarded because it's like they feel that they knew what was going on and they still didn't stop it. You know what I mean? It feels like it may have been, that this person wanted to be loved. And I feel like they're in an energy now where, they'll be damned if that need is going to drive them into the arms of somebody that's going to treat them that way. Can we get oh yeah, we're gonna do that. 1 second. Just gonna grab the twin flame journey messages here. I'm gonna. That doesn't mean this is this person's your twin flame. Okay. All right. Can we get a message from this person to Aquarius? From this person. Your intensity frightens and allures me at the same time. And then at the bottom of the deck it says, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So what I'm kind of getting here is you may be the first or one of the first people that this person was interested in a long time, right? It's like they separated from this other one, stayed on their own, and I feel like not many people catch their eye. Not many people make enough of an impression or have the right energy to get this person's attention. And it almost feels like the kindness that is coming off of you, it's like it feels good, but it's a little uncomfortable for them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a feeling. It's almost like if you have been sleeping on the floor for a while and then you finally get to sleep in a bed. It feels nice, but it doesn't feel it's uncomfortable because you're not used to it. It's that kind of an energy. I want to say that this person may come around if you give them time, but it actually feels like it has to be a friendship first. They're still not attached to this one here, but it's like they're still in that almost recovery energy. It's like they need to kind of know they can trust somebody before they even allow themselves to consider that person as a romantic possibility. So I think I'll leave it there, Aquarius. If you made it to the end of the reading, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Um, if you're new here, I upload, usually these mini weekly love reads come out on Sundays. And then I upload some longer reads usually on Thursdays. If you would like a private reading with me, they are closed for a couple more weeks, a few more weeks. So if you'd like to get on the wait list and I can reach out to you when they open, please shoot me an email. It's below in the description box. And we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.